I'm trying to get out to work right now and I can't find the tripod that I usually use, so I'm just gonna have to hold the camera, but it's okay because I guess I know for sure that I'm in frame this time. I wanted to make this video very shortly after I got my shot, but then I ended up working on Saturday, which doesn't usually happen. But before work, I decided that I would schedule my second vaccine appointment, and even though I heard most people say that that would be a bad idea, I figured, well, I'm healthy, and I was counting on not getting any of the symptoms. So I got my shot around 11:15 in the morning, and then I had work at 12. And I think around 8 o'clock or so, I started feeling the chills, but I was feeling otherwise okay. When the lady put the needle in my arm, it was not painful at all. It was probably like the most skillful vaccine administration that I had ever been victim to on the receiving end of. Maybe like an hour into it, I'm not sure if I slept poorly, but I remember doing like kind of like that with my neck and feeling like it was a little bit more rigid than I usually thought it was, but that passed. And throughout the day, I guess I felt my arm getting a little bit more sore, but then yeah, it wasn't until 8 p.m. right at the end of my shift that I started feeling kind of cold. Okay, it's like 9:15. Just got out of work. It's been like 11 hours. Not gonna lie. I mean, it's either I'm cold and hungry and I really had to pee, but then I did just take care of that. But I think I might be getting the chills. Let's find out on the next episode of Dragon Balls. I turned on the heat in my car, but then I was still feeling kind of cold. It was Friday night, and I usually play video games with my brothers on Friday night, and when we play video games together, I also drink. So I had a few beers, and as time grew on, I mean, like starting from 10:30 or so, I started to realize that I was feeling pretty weak. So I felt so cold by the time that I got home that I put on a bunch of layers, and then I even put on a coat. I'm so cold that I resorted to putting this baby on. Talk about the chills. I'm not an alcoholic. So we played video games from 10 to 12. Well, I got there a half hour late, but at around 12 o'clock, I started to feel extremely tired. Like, I don't know if you guys take Benadryl, like drowsy medicine, but it felt like I had taken 1 or 2 tablets and then like somebody was giving me a really tight hug. I just didn't really feel like moving. But I was still able to bring myself to brush my teeth and finish my dishes and everything before I went into bed. I started getting a little bit worried about myself, but I decided to try to stay positive and see if that would help me recover better. But I even developed a small cough for a little bit, and I was thinking, man, I have to go to work tomorrow. I wonder if I'm going to be okay. So I'm really tired. It's past midnight. I decided to go to bed, and then I wake up in the middle of the night at 2:30 or 3 o'clock, and I am so thirsty. And the chills are gone, but I can't find the strength to rise from my bed and just reach over to my glass of water and then take a drink, even though I'm super thirsty. And I laid in bed for like, well, it felt like an hour, but I'm not sure because another thing that happened was I was falling asleep and I felt like I had hour-long dreams and then would wake up and check the time and it hadn't even been that long. So it felt like I slept for 10 hours in total. And then I was only in bed for, I think, 6 or 7 hours. As far as the chills, though, I think that went through in like 6.5 hours. And then I'm not sure if I was still sick, but then I kind of had a hangover, even though I just had 3 small beers. And that resolved itself in the morning shortly after I got into work. So I thought that this was the way that everybody responded to it, but then I spoke to one of my coworkers and he said that he just got body aches, and then when I explained to him the neck thing that I had mentioned earlier, that's what he said his whole body felt like. They always say it felt like they got hit by a truck. It's probably kind of accurate, I guess. So already within the people that I know, it's not like everybody gets it the same way, and it really felt like I speed ran a cold. Yeah, like I had the chills, and then I felt my skin and it felt super warm, and it reminded me of times when I got really sick as a kid, and I mean really, really sick. And I haven't been sick in a long time, like over a year maybe, if I recall correctly. Maybe in like December 2019, I felt like I was really sick, and I hadn't felt that way since, even though I only felt it for a short amount of time. So there are some people that say that they feel that for 24 or 48 hours, and I feel really sorry for them because it was kind of painful. Because I'm pretty young, I guess. I mean, I'm pretty young. So because I'm kind of young and I eat pretty healthy and I try to stay healthy, I think that it wasn't that bad for me, but it could last longer for some people, and I feel sorry for you if it does. It's Monday, and then I got the shot at like 11:15 a.m. on Friday, and today I'm doing push, so that's chest, shoulders, and triceps, and I realized that when I was trying to bench, I did get a little bit of pain in my shoulder, even though I thought it was mostly gone, and so I'm taking it a little easy today. So that was my second shot of Moderna, just out of commission for one night. I'm really happy with how it turned out, and I would still encourage you to get the vaccine. I just heard yesterday from my coworkers that there were new CDC guidelines for people who got vaxxed, and I also heard one of them say that on April 1st they were planning on opening theme parks and stuff like that and having concerts, so that's pretty exciting. If everybody comes together, then we can start partying again. That's all. Just a quick video because I already shared my thoughts and opinions and whatever in the other vaccination video that I had. But now you get to see that I got a haircut. It wasn't even exactly what I asked for, but the guy still did a good job, and you kind of can't beat a $9 haircut. Vietnamese barbers, man. Gotta go to work.